I'm T. Boone Pickens, and I have a plan. We can unleash wind power and free up America's natural gas to power our big trucks and bus fleets and save billions of American dollars.
We can save billions by using the wind? Wow.
The survival of the United States of America as we know it is at risk.
This is conventional wisdom. Everyone seems to agree that our dependence is a horrible problem. Last election, every big candidate campaigned on it.
Barack Obama will make energy independence an urgent priority as we break the grip of foreign oil.
Helping break the back of our oil dependency.
End our addiction to foreign oil and move us toward energy independence.
We know we can't power America's future on energy that's controlled by foreign dictators.
Achieving energy independence has been promised for years.
This intolerable excessive dependence on foreign energy sources.
They promise
Bring us closer to energy
Independence for our country by 1980.
by 1985.
In 10 years,
By the year 2025.
but our failure to achieve it hasn't dampened enthusiasm for it.
That is what this is about in the final analysis. It's about this great country of ours and making a stand for what we believe in, standing up for American dominance and superiority.
Dominance and superiority? There is another point of view, and I'm kind of partial to it, so let me bring on journalist Robert Bryce. He's the author of a book called Gusher of Lies, The Dangerous Delusion of Energy Independence. So what do you mean, delusion of energy independence?
Well, it is just that. I've been looking at the Pickens Plan website. Throughout, he says, energy independence now. Sign the petition for energy independence. 64,000 people have signed the petition. The fact is that there are 3 points. Energy independence, this is pure hokum. The U.S.
Never going to happen.
Never going to happen. The U.S. is the world's single biggest energy producer and biggest energy consumer. The idea that we should be independent of the world's single biggest market, the global oil and energy market, is ludicrous on its face.
But they're going to cut us off, starve us.
Who's they? In 2007, look, whenever you hear anybody talk about the evils of foreign oil, grab your wallet. They want your money. That's it, period. And, you know, I appreciate Mr. Pickens' position, but what he's asking for is welfare for billionaires. Natural gas vehicles, fine. He's the biggest shareholder. I looked at the proxy statement this morning in Clean Energy. It's a company that provides natural gas to natural gas vehicle market. I'm all for natural gas vehicles, but they are going to come into the market regardless of what Congress does. The question here, I mean, and I know Mr. Pickens is a smart guy. Look, get a dictionary, look up the word fungible. The oil that we don't buy goes to China. It goes to Singapore. It goes to South Korea. It is a global market.
There's no question. I'm not arguing with you that. It's a global market.
Well, then then you have no point.
I have a point. When supply is capped, then as demand goes up, the only way you can control demand is with price. You agree with that?
Well, sure, but today, look at the latest EIA numbers. OPEC has a surplus production capacity, Energy Information Administration. They have a surplus production capacity of 6 million barrels a day.
But I don't believe that.
Well, okay, fine. We can disagree on the numbers. The fact is, we are not, the world, for all the discussions about peak oil and everything else, we are not short of oil.
I believe in peak oil.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Peak oil meaning that soon we're going to come to a point where we've got all the oil we've ever found and the numbers will go down.
That's exactly right.
Well, when oil becomes too expensive,
I'm not smart enough to know.
We'll move to something else that is cleaner, cheaper, more abundant, or all of the above. You're asking for subsidies even though we're not to that point. The market will make that transition.
When you talk about subsidies, this reminds me of promises made by people pushing ethanol as a substitute for oil. And we have some clips on that. Let's bash some Republicans.
This is what we make ethanol out of. Every gallon of ethanol that is consumed is 1 gallon less of gasoline.
But University of Minnesota researchers found that even if we devote all of America's corn production to ethanol, it would meet only 12% of our oil needs. Cornell scientists found making ethanol uses more energy than it creates. And a new Stanford study finds that ethanol isn't environmentally friendly. It releases more pollutants like ozone. Still, we spent $4 billion in subsidies on ethanol last year because influential politicians claimed
it burns cleaner and it creates less emissions.
Boone, why is your plan any different? People say this is going to be better. Let the market decide.
Well, you have to get it started, John.
The wind business, which Mr. Pickens has invested $2 billion in, is the electricity sector's equivalent of corn ethanol. It is a scam from beginning to end. It does not, it is, thank you.
Well, do you know how wind energy is priced?
It is not. Yes, you've explained that. Last year you said it was priced. It was uneconomic if gas was under $9. Now you say or over $9. Now you say it's $7. The fact is, wind does not displace natural gas. It increases the need for natural gas. Doesn't decrease CO2 emissions.
I'm not saying wind replaces natural gas.
Well, then why are we doing it?
I'm saying
you're doing it because you want subsidies from the federal taxpayers. That's why you're doing it.
Let him answer.
That's not true.
Well, would you do it without subsidies? Would you invest a dime in it if there weren't subsidies?
No, you're going to have help to do it.